Welcome back viewers. In today's video, we will check out the XFCE desktop of Opensuse Leap 15.4. This is the login screen of the Opensuse Leap 15.4. You have got the power manager, then there is this accessibility feature like large text and high contrast. Then you have got the session manager with the IceWM session and the XFCE session. So IceWM is a ICE Windows manager. So it is the default Windows manager available in addition to any of the major desktop that you will choose to install when you are installing a Opensuse system. So it is a good addition, because what happens is, suppose if you got some issue with your desktop, then you can log out and log in into the Windows manager like IceWM, which is installed by default, and you can save your files and other data from your system, and then you can reinstall the system. So it is just kind of a rescue system. And of course, if you are doing any CPU intensive task and you want more memory to be available for your CPU intensive task, then you can log in through the IceWM session, and you can execute your CPU intensive task, so that maximum memory is available for your task rather than the system using the resources. So now let us start. So this is the XFCE desktop of Opensuse Leap 15.4. It looks very fantastic, beautiful. I use this XFCE desktop of Opensuse Leap and Opensuse Tumbleweed on my tablets. It works very fantastically. It is very light on system usage. So first of all, what I will try to do is, I will change the resolution. So now you will get a better idea. It looks very beautiful. It is very, there is nothing distracting to your eyes. It looks homogeneous. If you pan from the left to the right of your screen, nothing is popping in your eye. Everything looks very subtle. The colors used in the wallpaper, in the icons, everything is beautiful. Now this is the desktop. You have got the trash can, the file system is there, the home is there, and the documents is there. So this is the user documents, and at the bottom there is a single panel. So there is no dock here. If you want, you can install the dock, but by default there is no dock. The top panel of the XFCE is kept at the bottom. So you got the application menu here, then you got the window minimizer, maximizer, then there is a separator, then there is a clean panel here, and then there is a workspace manager here. The two workspaces are there. You have got the volume control. So this is a simple volume control. So only the volume control for the audio and microphone is available. If you want to do any advanced settings for the audio, you have to click on the audio mixer. Then you have got the battery manager here, and there is a presentation mode. So if you want to use your laptop to show any presentations at your workplace or at your home, you can use this presentation mode. So when you click on the presentation mode, the whole presentation becomes it becomes full screen, and all the system notification, other things won't be shown. So it is kind of a D&D mode is also enabled. Next here, this is the package updater indicator. So if any updates are available for the application packages or system packages, it will be shown here. Then you got this calendar here, and time is there, and at the bottom rightmost part you got the notifications, and the D&D settings are there. So D&D toggle is there, and you have got the clear log and the notification settings here. Now In the accessories, you got the application finder, bulk rename application, file manager, light DM, GTK plus, gritter settings, menu editor, mousepad, screenshot, terminal emulator is there, text editor is there, Thunal file manager is there. In education, you got the LibreOffice Math. In games, you got the Mahjong, Quadripassal, Mines, Reversi, Swellpoof, Sudoku, Chess, and Lights Off. So you can uninstall all these applications if you don't want. In Ubuntu, you cannot remove the default games. For example, in the latest Ubuntu 22.04 LTS, there are some games you cannot remove. They are part of the system image, so you will not be able to remove those. But here in OpenSUSE, you can remove all these games. In graphics section, you got the document scanner, GIMP is there to enable you to edit your photos and images professionally. You got the image viewer, LibreOffice Draw is there. The Pix viewer is also photo or image viewer. Then you got the Ristretto image viewer, so that also you can use. And you got the Shotwell image viewer. So this image viewers multiple have been collected because we are doing different desktop installation. So when we remove the older desktops, some of the applications remain pending, and that's why all this multiple image viewers have collected. But you can uninstall them from the terminal or from the YAS software manager. In the internet section, you got the Firefox, hex chat is there, Pidgin, that is the internet relay chat is there. You got the mail reader, Remina is there, so it is a RDC client. You got Thunderbird, you got the Tiger VNC viewer, and you got the web browser. So let us check out which web browser is this. So I think it is, yes, it is Firefox. Okay, so Firefox is there. Then you got Thunderbird. Okay, let us check out the mail reader. Which application is there? What is the name of the application? We will check out. So meanwhile, it is, yes. So the Mozilla Thunderbird is opening up. So the mail default mail reader is Mozilla Thunderbird itself. Now let us check out the other mail reader. So let us see what the, okay, so it is nothing but the Mozilla Fire Thunderbird. So when you click on either mail reader or the Thunderbird, it will open up the Thunderbird email client. Now let us go back to the accessories. Let us check out the Thunar file manager. Okay, so let us check out the version. So it is version 4.16.11. So there are some minor enhancements, minor version revision is there. So they have taken the 4.16 version, major version to 4.16.11. So there will be some bug fixes, some enhancement. Then let us check out the menu editor. So this is the menu editor. You can edit which applications and which categories will be shown in the application menu and which will not be shown in the application menu from here. Then this is the screenshot taking application. So you can either take the screenshot of entire screen, you can take a screenshot of the active window, or you can select a region of your screen, and you can insert some delay before capturing the screenshot. And you can capture the mouse pointer, or you cannot, you prefer not to capture the mouse pointer. So this tick box is there, and you can there is an option to capture the window border or not, so that is disabled. So by default it will capture the window border. Then this is the bulk file renaming app. So you can specify multiple files, you can add those files here, and in one go you can rename all those files from here. The text editor is there. I think this is the gedit or what? No, it is XCD text editor. Okay. Okay, this is the mouse pad. This is the default text editor for the XFCE desktop. Then you got the terminal emulator. It is a XFCE terminal. Okay, now we will go towards the office. In the office, you have got the dictionary is there, document viewer is there. This is the Atril document viewer. You got the LibreOffice suite is there, complete suite with the calculator, LibreOffice Impress, Math, Draw, Base. Base is the database. Then you got the LibreOffice Writer. In the settings, you got the About Me section. So let us check out the About Me section. So about me is nothing but the user name configuration. So you can configure the name of the user. You can add the details like home phone, email address, office phone, and the fax. Then there are the accessibility features. So you can add the accessibility features for the keyboard and mouse. And you can also enable the assistive technologies by clicking on this tick box. Going forward, you have got this appearance app. So you can change the appearance of the system. You can change the style, icons, fonts, and settings for changing the appearance of your system. So here you can see we had not removed the mint X and mint Y icon themes. So those are available here. So it will change the icon themes. So here you can see. So what we will do is, yes. So it is beautiful. We can go with the mint Y dark. It will look very, very nice. Yes. We can go with mint Y also. It looks very good. Then you can change the icons. So icons are here. The icons by default are Opensuse XFCE, but you can add the icons. So you can add mint X, mint Y, new mix, lot many papyrus is there. You can add whatever icons that are available from here using the add button. Now let us check out the font. So the Noto Sans family of fonts is used as the default font, and the monospace font uses hack regular, but you can change it from here. Then there is this DPI settings and the rendering settings are there. Now you can set the color profiles. So right now no color profile is chosen, but you can add the color profiles. I think this is grayed out. Maybe I don't know why it is grayed out, but in most of the Linux distros you can add the color profiles. Then you can set the default applications for web browser, mail reader. So right now Mozilla Firefox is the default web browser. The mail reader default is Mozilla Firebird. For utilities, the file manager default is Thunar, and the terminal default is XFCE terminal. And for others also you can add those here for the other applications. Then let us check out the desktop. So here you can set the backgrounds of the desktop. So you can choose the wallpapers. Only 5 wallpapers are given, but you can add further wallpapers here. You can do some settings for the desktop menu. So include applications menu on the desktop, right click. So if you right click on the desktop, so the applications menu will come. This is quite handy if you want to speed up your work. I prefer to do this. Then the Windows list menu is there. Show Windows list menu on desktop, middle click. So if the middle click is available on your mouse, you can do it. In my mouse it is not available, so I will just disable it. And the appearance of the icons, you can change the icon size, the icon orientation. You can show the icon tooltips if you want, and you can adjust the font size of the icon or the size of the icon tips. You can show thumbnails whenever you hover your mouse on the folders. file folders or the file icons or the folder icons. Single click to activate items, and the default icons that are shown on the desktop also you can change it from here. So I will just remove the file system icon that is shown on the desktop. So I don't normally keep it on the desktop because sometimes it proves to be invasion of privacy, because some of my file system might have some critical data, some private data. So I normally don't prefer to show the file system icon on my desktop. Okay, now we have seen the display, but if you want we can show it again. So this is the display settings. You can change resolution, scale, refresh rate, rotation, reflection. Then you can add some display profiles here. You can configure the connecting displays. You can identify the displays. Show pop-up windows to identify display. So if you add secondary display, and if this setting is toggled on, it will directly show you the pop-up whenever the additional display is attached to the system. Okay. Now there are some file manager settings. So you can set your preferences for the file manager view. So these are the view settings. Then you have got the icon view. So if you want to have the text beside the icons, you can click on this. So what happens is, so here you will get the text beside the icons, and if I remove this, the text beside the icon will be removed and the text will be shown at the bottom. And window icon, so use current folder icon, and the date format, it will directly pick up the date format from here, I think. Or you can specify some other date format. Now this is the behavior or the view settings for the side pane. So you can specify the icon size. You can specify whether to show the icon emblems or not. Then the tree plane is there. So you can choose whether what will be the size of the icon shown in the tree pane, and this is the tree pane. So here the tree view is there, and you can show the icon emblem. So if I remove this, so it will change it. Okay, let me enlarge this. Maybe it will show the effect after we restart the system. Then there is the behavior setting. Behavior tab is there. So this will change the navigation behavior. So you can have a single click or double click to activate the items. You can have tabs to open folders. So by default the new folders will be open in the new tab in the file manager, or you can open new Thunar instances as well. So every time you open a new folder, it will open up the new Thunar file manager instance. So you can specify it from here. So transfer files in parallel. For local files, you can specify it here. Context menu show the action to permanently delete files and folders. So it will show you the action. So for example, if I say I will try to delete something. So here you can see this permanently delete option is coming on the right click, and if I just remove it, so there is no permanently delete option now in the right click menu. So that is how it is working. And you have got the folder permission. So every time it will ask every time by default, and you can apply the folder permissions to folder and contents, and only apply the folder permission to the folder only. And this is the blanket application of the folder permissions. Then there is a option for to enable the volume management, and you can configure the management of removable drives from here. So if you click on this, it will open up the volume management menu for the removable storages and the blank CDs and DVDs. So what action will be taken when any removable storage or a blank CD or DVD is inserted into the system. So you can configure that. And this is the setting for the multimedia, cameras, printers, input devices. So it is exhaustive list. You can go through by yourself and you can do it. It is quite easy. So we have finished the Thunar file manager. I will close this now. We will go ahead. Now this is the Light DM GTK settings. So here you will have to apply the root password. I think it will take some time. We can go ahead. Meanwhile, we have seen the menu editor, and yes, now this mouse and touchpad. So this is the settings for the mouse and touchpad. So you can set the mouse and touchpad to your liking. So you can choose between the left-handed and the right-handed mouse buttons. You can reverse the scroll direction. You can change the pointer speed, acceleration, sensitivity. You can change the drag and drop behavior, thresholds, double click, time, and the distance. And there is a theme for the mouse. So you can change the pointer themes from here. So right now the default Advaita Mate and Mate Black are only available. So you can choose between this. You can, I think maybe you can even add more mouse cursor themes from the store, and it will be shown here. Once you add and install newer cursor themes, it will shown here in the list. Okay, so now this is the notification settings. So you can check out the general applications and log tabs. So this is the setting for the behavior of the notification, appearance of the notification. You can apply themes, the default position for the notification, the opacity of the notification window pane or the dialog pane. Then you can make the notification disappear after so and so seconds. You can have animations for the notification. So you can make it fade out, slide out. You can have a preview. So if you check, this is the preview. If you do any settings, say I will do it just 2 seconds, then I will make a show preview. So you can see the second notification window with 2 seconds disappeared before the older panel would disappear. Then you have got the applications. So you can select which applications will be able to show notifications on the desktop, which applications won't be showing the notification on the desktop. And this is the settings for the notifications log. So you can have notifications log. So all the notifications will collect in the log, and you can just in one go you can check out all the notifications that were shown recently, and you can limit the notification log size. You can make DND also. So when the do not disturb is selected from here, no notifications will be shown, or some partially only few applications will be able to show the notification. Also all these settings are available here. Now let us check out the panel. So this is the panel preferences. So you can backup and restore the panel preferences. So if you have done some customization of the panel, you can save the panel settings or the panel customizations as a panel profile, and you can import and export the panel preferences, panel customizations. You can change the display of the panel. So you can have a vertical panel. You can have a desk bar also like this. You can make it horizontal again. You can lock the panel. You can automatically hide the panel. Everything is there. So this is very good. The backup and restore is a beautiful feature. So if you have done some very exhaustive customization to your panel, you can save those panel settings or the panel customization. And if you reinstall your system also, you can import the panel customization, and it will be just the panel will change according to the customizations imported. So it will save you a lot of time So every time you did not do a fresh customization, you can just save those profiles and you can import the profile of your choice, and the panel will be automatically modified according to the settings or the customization saved in the saved profile. There are some printer settings are there, so you can, these are some basic printer settings, so you can add your printers here. So here you can see the printer settings are there. It will show you the discovered printers here. So list of printers that are discovered will be stored here. You can lock, also unlock and unlock this printer settings. Then there are some panel profiles are there. So the panel profiles, so this is very exciting. So let us try the Cupertino or the Apple panel profile. Why it is not working? Apply, okay. Apply configuration. Okay, so this is the Cupertino. So you can see a dock has appeared below. Then you have got the Gnome 2 profile. So let us apply this. So this is just like the Mate desktop. So this is the Gnome 2 or the Mate desktop panel profile. Then you got the Opensuse Leap 15.X. Let us see what happens. Okay, so this is the just single panel. Then you got the Redmond or the Windows style panel. Then you got the Redmond 7 or the Windows 7 style. So this is looks like just like Windows. Even this looks like Cinnamon desktop. Then you got the XFCE 4.12 panel. Yes. Then you got the 4.14. Okay. Now this is the 4.16. This is how 4.16 default XFCE panel looks. Then you got the Ubuntu 12.04. Let us apply this. Lot of customization is available here. You can see it here. So the bottom panel is disappearing. It is transparent also. Then the Ubuntu 14.04 trusty. Let us check out. So here there is no bottom panel, only the top panel is there in the Ubuntu 14.04 trusty, and the Bionic Ubuntu, let us check out 18.04. So here also there is only a single panel at the top. It looks more or less like the Opensuse 15.x panel. So that's it. So we will now go to the current configuration, return back to the current configuration. Okay, so I think where it was, yes, we'll go here. Okay, so now we will move ahead. Okay, there is some change here. This has gone to, there was the panel setting. Yes, panel profiles. So it has changed the current configuration. I think we should have saved the current configuration before we go through the panel profiles, because now what happened is this XFCE 4.16 is looking, sorry, Opensuse Leap 15.x is looking, is the current profile right now. You can see here. This is that panel profile that has been applied. So I think we messed up the panel profile. We lost the original panel profile that was installed with the XFCE desktop. Okay, nothing, not a issue. We are doing some experiments. We are checking out the desktop itself. But do remember this, before you play with the panel profiles, make a backup of your current profile, otherwise it will be lost like we lost it right now. Okay, now this is the advanced network configuration, so you can configure your wired and wireless connections from here. Okay, in multimedia you got the Gnome music, so I think Gnome music was not removed when we uninstalled the Gnome desktop, so it is still there. Then you got the payroll media player, the Praga media player is there, Pulse audio volume control is there, and the VLC media player is there. So VLC we had installed, but this Praga and payroll come with the XFCE desktop itself. So this is how the payroll music player media player looks like. Okay. This is the Praga music player. Okay. Thing is pending now. Let us go to the system. Let us check out the task manager. Yes. So here you can see the memory usage is 971 MB out of the 3.8 GB that has been allocated to this virtual machine. Total process is running around 203, and CPU usage is just hovering between 1 to 3%. So it is very light on CPU usage. Memory usage, I can say not bad, 977 MB. It should have been little less. I could have preferred 700 to 800 MB, not more than that, but still it is little on the larger side. And swap is zero usage right now. Swap is not being used at all. So this happens when we keep on changing the desktop. So what happens, some residue, some systems configurations, they will remain when we uninstall the older desktop and we install new desktop. So that's why this memory usage is more. So if you do a clean install of XFCE desktop, I am sure the memory usage will be just around 700 to 800 MB, not more than that. And CPU usage will just remain below 5%, and processes will also reduce. Maybe 30-40 processes will reduce. We will have 150 to 180 processes running in the system while idling. Okay, now anything pending, let us check out. Yes, now this YAST. So this XFCE desktop comes with the fully loaded YAST applications. So YAST system utilities, or you can say YAST system administration tools. So I have already shown you this many times. I will not go into detail. You be assured that everything available in the YAST toolkit, it is available here. So you can use this desktop as a server also, because being very light, you can use it as a server also. So if you don't prefer to have a headless system, you can use a XFCE desktop for your server also. It is very light. So with this, I stop the video here. We have done a detailed review of the XFCE desktop of Opensuse 15.4. In the next video, we will try to install some another desktop of Opensuse. I think KD fits the bill now. KD is the flagship desktop of Opensuse, so it is worth checking out in detail. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.